Solomon is often called the richest man in history, but that description misses the point entirely. Because if you read what he actually wrote, not what people say about him, you will notice the secret formula that he used. He wasn't trying to get rich, he was focused on something else, and money came as a bonus, a side effect of what he was doing. So today I'm breaking down 7 decision rules Solomon quietly followed, principles that made him unshakably wealthy over time. So, guys, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for the encouragement and the support. I am so grateful. Now, let's get into it. Secret number 1: wealth begins with wisdom. Proverbs 4, verse 7 says that wisdom is the principal thing. Before the gold, before the palace, the trade route, and the unimaginable wealth, there was wisdom. That part gets skipped in most conversations about Solomon. We talked about how rich he was, but not why he stayed rich or how he even got rich. Most people today chase money directly. We chase higher income, bigger wins, faster results, and yet somehow we stay in the exact same cycle, living paycheck to paycheck, repeating the same financial mistakes, wondering why more money never seems to fix anything. Solomon understood something most people don't. Money is a result of something that happens. Money is just a side effect. Wisdom is the cause. Every financial outcome you're experiencing today, good or bad, came from the decision you made yesterday or last year or last month. Every decision you make is powered by the level of wisdom you are operating with. So you ask yourself this question honestly: what choices from my past are quietly shaping my financial reality right now? Maybe it is spending. Maybe you moved without understanding. Maybe it was trusting the wrong advice. Maybe it was ignoring learning because it felt boring and unnecessary. Solomon treated wisdom like capital, something you invest in before expecting returns. He studied, he observed the patterns, he learned from other people's mistakes so he wouldn't have to pay for them himself. Today, wisdom shows up as financial literacy, understanding how money actually works, learning before spending, planning before committing. Here is the rule Solomon lived by: you don't chase money, you build wisdom and money will follow. You solve problems and money will follow. You create value and money will follow. Secret number 2: the power of silence and discretion. Proverbs 17, verse 28 says, this part is always so funny. Even a fool, when he keeps silence, is considered wise. We live in a world addicted to noise. People announce goals even before taking the first step. They broadcast plans that aren't finished. We chase validation instead of result. Solomon moved very differently. He understood that exposure weakens momentum. When you talk too early about something, you invite doubt, envy, opinion, and pressure. And these things will weaken you. It will make you doubt yourself. People will project their own fear on you. Think about how many opportunities died because you shared too soon. Silence is not hiding. Silence is protection. Protecting your goals, protecting your plans, protecting your result. Some of the most powerful builders in history worked quietly for years. No update, no applause, just steady execution. So ask yourself today, how much energy have I lost explaining my plans to someone instead of building them? Let your result introduce you. Work in silence, move with discretion. Let your outcome do the talking. Secret number 3: work smart, not just hard. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10 says, if the axe is dull, it requires more strength. Wisdom brings success. Hard work is praised everywhere, but Solomon makes a dangerous point here. Hard work without wisdom is inefficient. You can swing an axe all day and still not cut the tree if the blade is blunt. Many people are exhausted not because they're lazy, but because they are misaligned. They're doing too much of the wrong things, busy but not effective. Solomon didn't just work harder, he worked very strategically. He planned, he optimized for efficiency, he sharpened the axe before swinging it. So ask yourself today, am I working hard or am I working intelligently? Learning new skills that compound, not just going to uni, but learning high income skills, studying the market before entering them, improving systems instead of increasing effort, surrounding yourself with the people that can pull you up, investing in things that advance you. The rule here is simple: strategy multiplies your effort, and effort without strategy drains you. Secret number 4: diversify your income. Again, Ecclesiastes 11, verse 2 says, divide your portion into 7 or 8. Solomon understood something that was timeless. Life is very unpredictable. Relying on one source of income is very risky. One change, one disruption, one unexpected event, and everything collapses. So in Solomon's time, diversification meant land, trade, livestock, and alliances. But today it means multiple high income skills, different investments, different income streams. This isn't about fear, it's about resilience. So the question for you today is, if your primary income disappeared tomorrow, how long would you survive? Because diversification gives you options, option gives you leverage, and leverage gives you peace. The rule that I have always used is never let your survival depend on a single stream of income. Secret number 5: generosity multiplies wealth. Proverbs 11:24. One gives freely, yet grows richer. This is where most people disconnect, and also where a lot of people take advantage of people. They think generosity makes you poorer, but Solomon saw the opposite. Giving, when done wisely, creates trust. It must be done wisely. You can't give everything you have to people so that they can label you a good person, or so you can feel good about yourself and empower the savior complex. And you cannot also let people emotionally blackmail and guilt trip you into giving. This happens sometimes in church when it comes to giving. The money that was for you to start a business, pay your tuition, learn a skill, you take it and go sow a seed in church. How is that wise? God says, let me bless the works of your hands. Start something, build something, and then God can now bless that and multiply for you. Solomon saw this very differently. Trust, giving freely and cheerfully builds trust and integrity, and that creates relationships. Relationship creates opportunities, and generosity isn't just about giving money. It's about adding value, helping others, opening doors for other people, being known as someone that contributes, not just consume. So ask yourself, what doors are closed in my life because I've been operating from fear instead of faith? Solomon didn't give to show off. He gave to build an ecosystem. Here is the rule that I go by. What you release wisely and cheerfully often returns multiplied. Secret number 6: discipline and consistency always wins. Proverbs 13, verse 11 says, wealth gained hastily will diminish. Fast money fades. Solomon watched fortunes rise quickly and disappeared just as fast. The ones that lasted were built slowly and consistently. Little by little, day by day, decision by decision. You save consistently, investing regularly, and learning continuously. So ask yourself today, how many times have I abandoned consistency because I was chasing shortcuts? Small actions repeated daily outperforms big actions that are done occasionally. Secret number 7: the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Proverbs 9, verse 10. Here is the part most people miss. All the principles, wisdom, silence, strategy, diversification, generosity, discipline, they all collapse without a foundation. Without God, wealth becomes unstable, purpose fades, and greed takes over. Solomon understood this alignment, that wealth that is built without reverence eventually destroys its owner. This isn't about religion, it's about order. Honoring something higher than money keeps money from owning you. Because when money owns you, it begins to order you around to do unspeakable things. So ask yourself, am I building wealth to serve a purpose, or is it to fill a void? The rule is simple. When wealth is aligned with purpose, it becomes a legacy. Solomon's secrets aren't loud. They don't make you look rich fast, but they make you unshakably wealthy in the long run. So in summary, wisdom before money, silence before exposure, strategy before effort, stability before speed. Pick one of these principles and live it for the next 7 days. Silent wealth isn't just about money, it is peace, it is clarity, a future that lasts. Now, the path has been revealed for you. So, the question for you is, will you walk in it? Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. See you in the next video.